Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. And if you are watching this, Jesus loves you. And I love you too. You hear me? So don't give up. Don't give in. As long as you're alive, you can always make changes, make adjustments. You know, it's the dead who have no more willpower, no more decision making. They're gone where they gone. But guess what? You're blessed. You're loved. You're still here. You still can make changes and be all God called you to be. Now let's get straight into it. So I just want to start off by saying I am so happy for Terrance Crawford. I'm happy for his family. The disrespect that he suffered throughout this sport concerning Errol Spence has been just unreal. But he's a real class act. His family's a real class act. And I just think that the better man is winning, Shout out to Errol Spence. I pray that he gets well soon. I'm not mad at Errol Spence. Errol Spence ain't never did nothing to me. I have absolutely no reason to disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? Or, because I love both of them the same, listen, I love both of them the same. Just because his fans are idiots, I'm not going to disrespect Errol and turn my back on Errol. I'm believing, God for full recovery for him, But yeah, back to the man, Terrance Crawford. Listen, if you go on my stories on Instagram right now at Lavera Salander, you know what I'm saying? Baby, I was just as happy. Listen, it didn't matter to me who won. You know what I'm saying? I had to fight 50-50. I thought it was going to go out 12 rounds. I could have swore it was going to be a draw. I thought Spence was going to put up more of a fight, but Spence didn't have no fight to give Crawford because Crawford was the man. Crawford is the man. Crawford outboxed him, outsmarted him. He didn't even have to make no adjustments. He fought the same fight the whole fight. That's how raw this man is. And Errol Spence stood right in front of him and took the beating. Just like Ugas stood right in front of Errol and took that bad beating. That's the same thing Errol Spence did in front of Terrance Crawford. You know what I'm saying? And the better man won. That's it. I ain't upset about nothing. Because it wouldn't have mattered to me who won. We won as supporters. Because we finally got the fight that we wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, also, I didn't get a chance to really speak on how the Charlo brothers just completely disrespected their boy moment by fighting each other, and then their wives fighting each other at the weigh-in. I thought that was just so classless. I thought that was just so tacky. And they show how they really feel about Errol, which is that they don't care about him. You know what I'm saying? If it was my friend, the last thing I would be doing is showing out and beefing with my own blood and allowing my mans and them to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? We could wait to handle this, or whatever beef we got, we can meet somewhere and fight. After all, we blood, we know each other. But of course, they brought that ignorant N-word stuff to the weigh-in, and you just see poor Errol standing out there, looking clueless. Like, why is Jamal Charlo running around trying to find Caleb Plant? Because Caleb Plant had to smacked him. Now both of the Charlo brothers done been slapped. Jamel got slapped by Jared Hurd for disrespecting Jared Hurd, girl. And Jamal Charlo got slapped by Caleb Plant. Now let me say this about Caleb Plant. He was out of line. Allegedly, he tried to get involved and break up Jamal Charlo from fighting. And everybody know, especially in the black community, when family fighting, if you ain't family yourself, you don't get in the middle of that and break that up. So he was off and wrong for that. I don't care if they call themselves Lions Only. That ain't got nothing to do with Caleb Plant putting himself in the middle of something. So guess what? Jamal snatched him up by his face. He got what he deserved. And then Caleb Plant, retaliated and slapped him. It is what it is. But Jamal looked so defeated. Prayers up for Jamal. Praying for him. I'm believing God for him. Y'all know, before I'm a boxer fan, a mother, before I'm anything, I am a child of the Lord. Before I'm anything. And so I'm going to do my duties, as a child of God, and send prayers up and make sure that I incorporate Christ in everything. And if you don't like it, oh well. That's what I do over here. This is a pro boxer, pro Jesus loving channel. You know what I'm saying? And I will grow. I will grow. This channel will, just continue to grow. I'll continue to get better lighting, better content. But for right now, I'm just using my voice. You know what I'm saying? And just stating my little opinion, all while giving God the praise. So that's all you're going to get from me right now. But I will grow. I will, do more and things like that. But for right now, I'm just off to a very humble beginning, so y'all bear with me. And I appreciate the few of y'all that do support me and take the time to listen to me. I appreciate y'all so much. If I just can, can have impact on one person, who say, you know what, she, I like her little drive. I like that she love the Lord. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you and I celebrate you in this moment. But anyway, yeah, child, Jamal, Jamel and Jamal, they just, I love them. I listen, but I'm turned off by them. And then you just see Jamel, he's sitting there. He was so mad. He was so mad during that whole fight. The camera kept zooming in on him. I took screenshots of it. He was so mad, boy. You could just see him talking to his fiance or his wife or whoever she is, like saying obviously what Errol should be doing. He was mad as hell. Listen, your boy got clocked. You know what I'm saying? Your boy got knocked. Like Tate say. He got touched up. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You talking all that smack and look what happened. So, yeah, let me tell y'all something about this fight right here. What I don't like about this fight is that it was a good fight, but it was only a good one-sided fight. I wanted to see a real fight. I wanted to see these boys, like, fight to the finish. That's what I thought I was going to get. I just knew that's what I was going to get, but I was wrong. You had people like O.D. Locke and, over there at True Media today, Coach Malachi said, listen, that boy gonna be out of here in the 7th round. And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Now, was I all shocked about it? No, I wasn't. Because I know Crawford is a bad boy. I wasn't shocked. I was just more disappointed that we couldn't get more from Errol. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, because I wanted to see them go back and forth. I thought it was going to be like a tick-for-tack fight. It wasn't. It was Errol might have got the upper hand by an inch in the first round. But after that, Terrance Crawford just, you know what I'm saying? Just whooped that boy. You know what I'm saying? Whooped that boy. He kept whooping him, and he kept his poise the whole time. Terrance Crawford just a bad boy, man. He just bad. He was eating all Errol body shots. Errol steady trying to hit him all hard in the gut. And I'm just like, that ain't gonna work, baby, because Terrance Crawford's solid. He keep his stomach muscles tight. Like, if you take your stomach right now and just, like, make it tight, like, hold it, like, tight, like, and flex your muscles in your stomach, it did, like, act like you going, like, tap it or throw a little punch to it. It don't hurt as bad as if you just let it be and let it hang, and then you try to punch it, you feel it. He work on his body. He work his body as a work of art. He don't wait until a fight to get in shape. He's always in shape. He always keep his muscles tight and muscles intact. So it's hard to hurt somebody like that. It was like that with Floyd Mayweather. You couldn't just hurt that man because he kept his body tight. You know what I'm saying? And he lived a healthy lifestyle. All of that matters in the sport. Not to judge Errol, but listen, it just is what it is, The better man won, and it's Terrance Crawford's season, man. I would like to see him, once he go up to 154, go ahead and get his man his claws. I would like to see him go right back down to 147 and go ahead and line them boys up and beat all them boys. Go on, beat Thurman. Go on, beat Boots Ennis. Go on, beat that boy right quick. Shut him up right quick. And then go ahead, throw the belts to the division, throw the belts to the dogs in the division and move up to 154 and fight Jamel Charlo, you know what I'm saying, and all them other boys up there, you know what I'm saying, Tim, Titsu, all them boys, and then go ahead and, retire. That's it. That's what I want to see for Crawford. Go live his life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has outdid himself, man. He's a real class act. He's just a full package. A family man, married, love his children. His wife is actually black. I'm not saying he don't like white girls or may have a white girl fetish. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas do. I'm just keeping it honest. I'm just gonna be real. But but his wife black. He love his wife, love his kids. You know what I'm saying? And so it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to see. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to see, man. I love Crawford. I think Crawford dope as hell. You know what I'm saying? I think Crawford is just everything. You know what I'm saying? He's the full package as a fighter. You know, and as far as Errol go, I have always thought Errol was very talented. You know, very talented dude. You know, that's how I always felt about him. He's just really talented. And but listen, that's all I got. You know, I don't got nothing else. Of course, everybody's motivated right now. Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney going back and forth. Devin, where is Shakur Stevenson out? Talking about you keep talking all this smack, but you wouldn't sign a contract. And that's my thing. Shakur, you wanted this fight. Take what the man gave you. You know what I'm saying? But no, everybody want to try to, you know, take the Terrance Crawford route. It ain't gonna work like that for everybody. Some of y'all who really want to fight somebody, you gonna have to, you know, get what you could get, and then once you win, then you could throw your stipulations out there. You know what I'm saying? Some people, everything ain't gonna work out for you the way it did for Crawford. But yeah, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney was going at it. And then, you know, you had Jamel today posted a video of him training real hard and all of those type of stuff. So I feel like everybody's motivated. Now, Antonio Tarver, my fellow Floridian, had some very good points that he made right after the fight. He said, listen, you know, he was like, how Errol lose this bad and his trainer is trainer of the year. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, this man is right. He said, listen, this man trainer of the year. He said he ain't make no adjustments, no nothing. Even my 20-year-old daughter, she don't even watch boxing. When they kept showing what Derrick James was saying to Errol, my daughter's like, get him out of here, man. He not even telling him to do nothing. What is he talking about? Like, my daughter was so mad. And I was like, girl, sit down. You know, you don't know. But she was right. You know, and Antonio Tarver, listen, came right behind her and said what she was saying, and she don't even watch the sport like that. So it was a proud, you know, mama moment as a fan of the sport, because she's a football lover. But anyway, he said, how your fighter lose this bad and you a whole trainer of the year? And I was like, wow, you know, if ain't nobody else said nothing that made sense as to why Errol lost, this was it right here. You know, Derrick James, the only thing I heard him saying was keep turning him. I don't know what he was talking about. Turning him, that ain't going to help. He ain't going to do nothing but turn with you and catch you with the jab, what he did all night. You know, Errol Spence stood in front of that boy, like I said, and got beat like Ugas. Like how he beat Ugas, that's how Terrance Crawford beat him. You know what I'm saying? Derrick James, you know, ought to be ashamed of himself, because he's sitting there talking like Coach Malachi say, that man on record saying that he ain't even go back and watch no fight film for Terrance Crawford. Like, that's how bold you gonna be. You gonna be that sloppy with your fighter whom you claim you love so much. Like, was you trying to punish Errol on the low by not doing a thorough job of training him because you ain't want him to fight Crawford from the jump? Is that what it is? Because you on record saying that wasn't even no fight you was looking for him to make. Instead of preparing your fighter and helping him with his wishes to fight the man, you ain't prepared the man properly. But also, I feel like Errol Spence spent the majority of the time in fat camp. That man was big as heck when he first, you know, announced that fight. And we see him at the Frank Martin fight sitting in that chair, stomach all big. And, man, I was like, this is weird. Like, how you talking about negotiating a fight with Crawford and the fight supposed to be right around the corner and you out of shape like this? So this ought to be a lesson to all the other fighters. Stop waiting till the last minute to get in shape and stay in shape. Learn from the greats. Learn from the Andre Wards. Learn from the Floyd Mayweathers. Learn from the Terrance Crawfords. Just stay in shape so you don't have to go through that. You fight for a living. Your body takes a beating for a living. So you have to take care of your money maker, which is your body. Duh. But what do I know? I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing. What do I know? You know, I'm just talking. You know, But what else do I got? Do I have anything else? Jamal Charlo was on live today, and he just looked out of it. You know, I'm praying for him. I'm believing God for Jamal. You know, any prayer warriors out there, pray for him. Y'all know I'm like I said, I'm a child of God first. I'm going to throw some stuff, things like that out. You know, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. You know, I'm still going to do it. But I'm praying for him. He was out in a restaurant somewhere. He just looked kind of out of his braids, was taking a loose. So he had a hat on. And, you know, I'm praying for him. I'm believing God for him. I'm claiming him for the kingdom. I don't care what nobody say. Any prayer warriors out there, any believers out there who can put aside, you know, any differences you may have as far as him as a fighter, as a person, and do your duties as a child of God, want to agree with me right now that, you know, God is going to work that thing out for Jamal Charlo, and he's going to have a comeback story out of this world as far as just getting himself together. It don't even got to be in the sport. I would like for it to be in his life and in the sport as well. They just agree with me right now, you know, while you watching this, and send love and you know, light his way, you know. But anyway, yeah, I was shocked because Crawford said he wanted Eminem to walk him out, and they made it happen for him. Even though Eminem ain't sang the song, you know, he still walked him out, and I just thought that was just dope. I loved it. Let's talk about Terrance Crawford's fighting trunks, man. Look, with the fishnet on it. I mean, he looked it like a winner. He looked it like a winner. His demeanor, his poise, his what he had on, his chain say prime, because that boy is prime. Like, everything about him just said winner up and down from the top of his head to the soles of his feet. And I'm just so happy for him. I'm happy for us as fans of the sport that we finally got one of the greatest fights that we wanted to see. It was one-sided. I thought it was going to be better than this. But listen, I'm still grateful. You know, and so, yeah, I think I done talk y'all head off enough. And I just want to tell y'all good night. And God bless. More grace.